Now, in the video course that I sent to you, I said the first thing you need to consider when you want to execute a trade with max price action is the zigzag line. Okay? Are you guys with me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, the first thing you need to consider is the zigzag line. Is the zigzag line hanging below a candlestick or above a candlestick? That's the first thing you need to consider. And like I said, now you have to first of all decide which of the time frame you would use as long term, medium term, and the lower time frame. You have to decide which of the time frame you're going to use as your long term, medium term, and lower time frame. Now let's look at this chart. Now we have the zigzag hanging below a candlestick here, and when the zigzag is hanging below a candlestick, you should get set to buy that pair. Now, that the zigzag is hanging below the candlestick doesn't mean you will execute the trade immediately. You have to wait for that candlestick to close before you execute the trade. That candlestick has to close before you execute the trade. Now, if the zigzag line is hanging below a candlestick, you know that you have to buy that currency pair. And if it's hanging above a candlestick, as you can see here, you are expected to sell that currency pair. Are you guys with me?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, for example, now we have this zigzag line. Now, this is daily. I'm using the daily time frame as my longer time frame here now. Now, if you calculate the pivot points of this candlestick, let me get my calculator a few minutes. Let's get the pivot point. I believe you all know how to get the pivot point of a candlestick, right?
Okay.
You all know how to get the pivot point. You add up the high, low, close of the candlestick. Okay, so let's do that for this candlestick. We have 1.1615 plus 1.1553 plus 1.1584. I think I need to unmute you guys because there are noise in the background. I will unmute you guys. Then later, when you have questions, you drop it on the chat box and I will unmute you. Okay? Okay. So we'll divide this by 3. And we get our pivot value to be 1.1584. Now I always use the green line for my daily pivots. Okay, so impute the value, and we have that. Okay. Now, after you've gotten the pivot point on your longer time frame, which is daily in this case, you now go back to your 4-hour time frame. You go back to 4-hour time frame. And this is what we have. This is the information we have on 1-hour time frame. This is the information we have. Now, you have the zigzag below this candlestick on 4-hour time frame. Now, you are not expected to calculate the pivot point of this candlestick because zigzag is hanging below this candlestick. No. I repeat that. Because the zigzag is hanging below a 4-hour candlestick, it doesn't mean it is this candlestick on 4 hour that you get the pivot value. Okay. Now, for you to know the candlestick you will use on the medium time frame, you locate the candlestick that is closest to this candlestick where you have your zigzag on the medium time frame. You locate the candlestick that is closest to this candle where you have your zigzag. And since you are looking at buying this currency pair, since you are looking at buying, you should look for the bearish candlestick that is closest to this candlestick where you have the zigzag indicator. I repeat that. You locate the bearish candlestick. Since you want to buy this currency pair, you locate the closest bearish candlestick that is close to this candlestick where you have your zigzag. Now, you now look at where the pivot point, your daily pivot point, is lying on. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, the daily pivot point is lying on this bearish candlestick. So you get the pivot point of this candlestick. Okay, you get the pivot point of this candlestick. This is your daily pivot, and the daily pivot horizontal line is lying on this bearish candlestick, and this is the candlestick that is closest to the candlestick where you have your 4 hours. So let's get the pivot point of this bearish candlestick. So we have this as a 4 hour. I use the blue line for 4 hour pivot. I get the value. So we have this now. So you need to get the pivot on your longer time frame and also the medium time frame. Now, the 1 hour, which is the lower time frame in this case, is the time frame you use in executing the trade. The 1 hour time frame is what you would use in entering this trade, in executing this trade. Now, for us to execute this trade, we need to ensure that the 1 hour chart is trading above both pivot points. The 1 hour chart or 1 hour candle must be trading above both pivot points. So let's go to our 1 hour chart. This is what we have on 1 hour. So it is at this point, you see, at this point, at the close of this candlestick, where the market penetrated the pivot, the daily and the 4 hour. Okay, so at this point you would enter the market, and your stop loss, I said in the video that you should use the closest support or the closest resistance point as your stop loss. Okay, now in this case, the closest support is where you have your zigzag indicator. Okay, this is the closest support. So if you calculate the difference from the point you enter the market, okay, if you calculate the difference where you have the zigzag and the point you enter the market, you see that it's like 39 to 40 pips. So your stop loss will be 40 pips if you are taking this trade. And if you are risking 40 pips, you should be expecting a reward of 60 pips. Now the risk reward ratio for this system is 1 to 1.5. 1 to 1.5 minimum. You can go for 1 to 1.2, but the minimum risk reward ratio is 1 to 1.5. It means that if I'm risking 40 pips, I'm expecting 60 pips. If I'm risking 50 pips, I'm expecting 75 pips. If I'm risking 100 pips, I'm expecting 150 pips. You must define the risk before you execute a trade. You must define the risk, and you must also know or define the reward before executing a trade. Okay, so I'm going to unmute you guys now. If you have questions, I want you to ask. Okay, if you have questions before I proceed, okay, I want you to ask questions. I'm going to unmute you guys now. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand what I just explained?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Zaidu.
So one thing is that means first time we have to calculate a daily pivot point, then we
Yes.
go the 4-hour chart and then calculate
Yes.
the hanging 4-hour candle. That also calculate
Yes.
4-hour candle pivot point. Then go
Yeah.
1 hour chart and then see which candle above the 1 hour crossing, and after ending the 1 hour candle, that time
Yeah.
we made order. That is a normal medium type order. Oh.
You get that, right?
Yes. And
Okay.
in long time, for long time order, we repeated like a weekly chart, then daily chart, then see the
If
4 hours.
if you decide you want to use the weekly chart as your longer time frame, it means that the daily will be your medium time frame and the 4 hour will be your lower time frame.
Lower time frame. Yes, I got it.
Yes,
I
so
got
you
it
will
now.
execute the trade. All you need to watch out for is for a 4-hour candlestick to break the pivot of the weekly and the daily chart before you execute the trade.
Yes.
But you should understand that the higher the time frame, the higher the risk.
Risk and reward
higher
ratio
the-
1:5 minimum.
Yes, minimum. Okay.
Okay.
So you guys should know that if you are trading with a longer time frame, you expect that your risk will be high. Okay.
Okay.
Your risk will be high. Now, this same example I just gave now, I want to explain something to you guys now. We used the daily as our longer time frame. Now, I want us to use the 4-hour now. Let's assume we don't know what is happening on the daily time frame. We want to use the 4-hour as our longer time frame, 1 hour as our medium time frame, and 15 minutes will be our lower time frame. Okay. So let's go to 4-hour. 4-hour is our longer time frame now. Okay, this is 4 hours. Now we have a zigzag hanging below a candlestick here. This is 4 hours. We have a zigzag hanging below a candlestick here. Now you can decide to get the pivot point of this candlestick. You can decide to get the pivot point of this candlestick, but I would prefer to use the pivot of this candlestick, and I will tell you why. Okay, you can either get the pivot of this candlestick where your zigzag line is hanging on, or you use the pivot, but I would prefer to use the pivot of this strong bearish candlestick. The reason I won't use this candlestick is that this bearish candlestick is not a strong bearish candlestick. In this candlestick now, you can't tell that the sellers had the upper hand over the buyers. If you look at this candlestick, do you agree with me?
Yes. Okay.
The buyers and sellers, they were dragging the price. Okay, when you say formation like this, it tells you that neither the bulls or the bears had the upper hand. Okay, so this candlestick, okay, is not a strong bearish candlestick. This is a strong bearish candlestick. So instead of using this as my pivot, I would prefer to use this as my candlestick on the 4-hour time frame. Like I said, you can choose to use this, it's no problem, but I would prefer to use a strong bearish candlestick, and if the market can break the pivot point of this bearish candlestick, you can be sure that the market has changed its direction. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's get the pivot of this candlestick. As I show you more examples, you will understand what I'm trying to say. Let's get the pivot of this candlestick. We don't need to get it. We already got the pivot point, right? We've already got the pivot point when we did when we used daily as a longer time frame. We already calculated the pivot point of this candlestick, and the value is this blue horizontal line, right?
Right.
Okay, good. So let's go back to 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame is our medium time frame. So let's go back to 1 hour. Now this is our 1 hour. Mr. Soel, are you there?
Yes, I'm listening.
Mr. Zaidu, are you there?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay. Mr. Zaidu, I want you to tell me which of these candlesticks are we going to use on the 1 hour time frame? We want to get the pivot point on 1 hour time frame. Which of these candlesticks do you think we should use?
A strong
Mr.
bearish
Zaidu.
candle. A strong bearish candle. This one.
Okay. So this one, right?
Yeah. Yes. Right.
Now we are using this strong bearish candlestick because the 4 hour pivot point, this pivot line, is lying on this bearish candlestick. That is why we are using this strong bearish candlestick. The pivot line must be lying on that bearish candlestick for it to be valid. Okay?
Okay.
So let's get the pivot point of that candlestick. Okay. Okay. So we now have our pivot for 4 hours, and we have pivot for 4 hours and 1 hour time frame. So we'll go down to, once you've done your calculation, you just go down to the lower time frame and watch out when the market will be trading above both pivot lines. So let's go to 15 minutes time frame. So we have the 1 hour and the 4 hour here. So at this point, it is at this candlestick, at this point, the market broke both pivot lines, right?
Okay.
So it's at this point we will take the trade. Now our risk here is on 27.30 pips. You can see our risk is low here compared when we use the daily time frame as our longer time frame. We were risking close to 40 pips on that trade, but because we are using 4 hours as our longer time frame now, and we are entering the market using 15 minutes time frame, our risk is low. Okay. Like I said, if you want to catch the trend at its early stage, I would recommend you stick to 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15 minutes time frame.
So Max, if you use the 4 hour and the 1 hour time frame and 15 minutes to enter your trade, does that mean your trade is like short-lived?
No, it's not. You understand? The thing is,
okay,
once you execute a trade, you already know your risk.
Okay.
Okay. Now, and since your risk is low, your reward also will be low.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you execute using the lower time frame, definitely your own you will close the trade earlier than someone who is trading using daily or weekly time frame.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're trading with 15 minutes, if you are entering the market with 15 minutes, in a day, the market should hit your profit target.
Okay.
Yeah, but when you are trading with the weekly or daily, sometimes your trade can last for like 2-3 days
I
because
see.
your reward is high.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so let's look at more examples. I think let's stick to the 4 hour. Let me use the 4 hour to explain to you guys. So we've done this. Now I want to explain something to you guys. I explained that this zigzag line assumes the current low or the current high price. Now, before this zigzag line, you guys need to understand this. You need to understand this. Before this zigzag line moved to this point, before it moved to this point and remained on this point, it was hanging somewhere around this point before it moved here. When the market broke the low of this candlestick, the zigzag line moves to the next new low, and that was what happened here. So let's assume you were online, okay, when the zigzag line was hanging below this bearish candlestick. Are you guys with me?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's assume you were online and the zigzag line, you came online and you saw that the zigzag line is hanging below this candlestick. What do? All you need to do is to get the pivot point of this candlestick where the zigzag line is lying on. Are you getting me?
Okay.
Yes.
So let's do the calculation now. It is assumed that zigzag line was at this point. So let's get the pivot value of this candlestick where zigzag was hanging. This is a bearish, and we have 1.1613 plus 1.1583 plus 1.1585 divide 3. So we have this as our pivot for the 4 hour. Okay, so that is the value. Then we go back to our 1 hour time frame. So this is what we have on 1 hour, right?
Right.
Okay.
This is our 4 hour. This is our 4 hour, and this is our 1 hour. So we get the pivot point of this this candlestick, right?
Right.
We get the pivot point of this candlestick where our the 4 hour pivot point is lying on. We get the pivot point of this candlestick. So let's do that. $1.1609 plus 1.1590 plus 1.1590 divide 3. So this is for our 1 hour. Now, if we go to the lower time frame, which is 15 minutes now, there should be a zigzag indicator at this point. Let's go to our 1 hour. So 15 minutes now. Can you see this? So you see at this point we have our 1 hour, we have our 4 hours. So it is this candlestick that broke both pivots. Am I right?
Yes.
This candlestick So that it's at this point we will take the trade. Okay, so we take the trade at this point. We are risking close to 20 pips, and if I'm risking 20 pips, I'm expecting 30 pips minimum, right?
Okay.
So the market went in our direction with just 17 pips, and it retraced. So we lost this trade.
So,
right?
you know, in this instance, it's not better to have like a bigger stop loss.
What do you say?
In this instance, is it not better to have a bigger stop loss?
No. Don't
Okay.
use big stop loss. Yes. Like I said, you can just add, let's say, just like we have 20 pips here. Okay, you can just say, okay, you want to add 10 pips to it. Instead of 20 pips, you use 30 pips as your stop loss, and you
Okay.
aim for 45 pips.
Okay.
Okay, you aim for 45 pips. You can just add 10 pips to. It's not always good to always set your stop loss at this point. It's always good that you give it some room. Okay.
Okay.
So you can add just like 10 pips to it and make it like 30 pips and aim for 45 pips. There are some trades I took this morning. The risk wasn't more than 30 pips, but I used stop loss of 50 pips. Then
Okay.
the reward is 100 pips. And you can, these trades are open now. I'm expecting 100 pips from each of these trades, and I'm risking 50 pips on them. Though the risk was 30 pips.
Okay.
Some 40 pips, but I used 50 pips as my stop loss and 100 pips as my take profit.
So,
Okay.
you know, like your trade here, Euro, British pound, have you moved the stop loss up into profit?
For British pound, or you? Hello, Soe.
Yes, I'm saying, have you moved the stop loss up in profit?
For Euro GBP,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Let me view. I've not done that, and that's because I'm monitoring the chart. Okay.
Okay.
I'm monitoring the chart, and I've already set my the price in which I will exit the market. I've already plotted my pivot points lines on my charts, on my mobile charts, and when the market hits that price, I will exit the market.
Okay.
Okay. It's very important. When the market is changing trend, it's very important to know that the market is changing trend so that you get out of the market. I will teach you guys how to know when to exit the market. Okay.
Okay. So, am I correct to say that once your trade is in profit, and on the 15-minute chart, that's your lower time frame, you see a zigzag line, do you get out the trade then?
No, unless you see another formation.
Okay.
Let's say you're selling a trade, you're selling a pair now, and the pair has given you like 80 pips.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for you to close that trade, you need to see another setup that is contradicting your current trade. Are you getting me? Now, let me use this chart for example. Now, I've been selling this currency pair from this point. I've been selling it. Now, if I want to exit this market now, I can decide that I want to get the pivot point of this strong bearish candlestick. Now, I want to get. Let me explain something to you guys on how to exit the market. So now this market is still on a bearish trend. Now, if I want to get out of this market now manually, what I will do is I will get the pivot point of this strong bearish candlestick, which is 4 hour. This is what I will do. I'll get the pivot point of 4 hour, which is 0.8803 plus 0.8766 plus 0.8771. Okay, so we have this as our pivot on 4 hour. Okay. Okay, so I've gotten my pivot for this 4 hours, so I'll go to 1 hour also to get my pivot point. Let's go to 1 hour, which is the medium time frame. Now the pivot point on 4 hour that I got is lying on this candlestick, so I would get the pivot point of this candlestick to get my 1 hour pivot. So I get on 0.8791 plus 0.8769 plus 0.8771 divide 3. We have that. So these are 1 hour pivots. So I have my 4 hour pivot and my 1 hour pivot, and your trading system tells you that if I'm to buy this trade now, once the market trades above these 2 lines, I'm supposed to buy the trade, right?
Yes.
So what I would do, I will wait for 15 minutes. If 15 minutes breaks these 2 points, since I'm in this trade, if 15 minutes breaks these 2 points, I will exit the market. That's to tell me that the trend has changed from bearish to bullish.
Okay.
You get it ahead, so you just plot. So if the market breaks these 2 lines now, I should be looking at buying this pair.
Okay, so the condition is, in order to work this out, you have to look for a big bearish candlestick or a bullish candlestick if you're buying or selling.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Got it. So that's good. It's good to know have an entry plan and an exit plan.
Exit plan. Yes, but I know that before most times when you set your stop loss and your take profit, the market will definitely eat your take profit. So it will definitely get you out of the market. It's only in some few cases the market will not eat your take profit. So that's when you need to know when to exit the market, especially when there is news release.
I mean, I don't know if you heard of this person called Draghi.
What do you call it?
Draghi. He's like a European ambassador for the business side or something.
Okay. I think I
yeah, Draghi. I mean, I remember one day he was doing a speech, and Euro USD in a few seconds it went like 200 pips up and down.
Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, so like I said, you don't need to really. What I do when I trade is this. When I'm analyzing the market during the weekend, what I do is this. I go to check the calendar, the news calendar. I look at the currencies that have major news for the week. Okay. Oftentimes, I will avoid those currencies that have major news for the week. Okay.
Okay. Which website do you use?
I use Forex Factory. ForexFactory.com or investing.com.
I mean, I have seen both of them. They conflict. You know, investing.com and Forex Factory. They show different news.
They conflict each other.
Yes.
But the difference isn't much. Isn't much. Yeah, but you can. I would recommend investing.com. Just download the app on your phone.
Okay.
But sincerely speaking, with this system, you don't need to bother yourself about the news.
Okay.
You don't need to bother yourself about the news. In as much you have your stop loss in place, you don't need to panic. You don't need to panic with this trading system. Whether there is news or not, if you see your setup, trade it.
Okay.
Mr. Zaidu, are you still with us? Mr. Zaidu. Mr. Zaidu. Mr. Isaac, are you here now? I need to attend to your question. Mr. Isaac, please, if you can hear me, I want you to speak. So let's look at more examples. This is Euro GBP. Let's look at using 4 hour. Please, Mr. Isaac, if you are on, please, I want you to speak. So let's look at more examples. Now,
Hello.
Why did I take this? Yeah, who is that? Is that the G? So let's look at this trade here now. This trade here, this Euro GBP. Why did I take this trade? Let's look at this trade. Let's look at this. Now the zigzag was hanging at this point. Mr. Soil, are you there?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay, so the zigzag was hanging below this candlestick. And you and I know that when the zigzag is hanging below a candlestick like this, we are expected to buy this space, right?
Right.
Good. So when the zigzag line was at this point, if we were to be on line, we would have done our calculation on this candlestick. So let's do that. This is 4 hour. We have the zero. We have 0.8835 plus 0.8801 plus 0.8811 divided by 3. We have that's for power. So we'll go back to 1 hour time frame. Let's go to 1 hour. This is our 1 hour time frame. Now you can see that the zigzag line is hanging, is on this bearish candlestick, right?
Right.
You can see this line, 4 hour pivot is lying on this candlestick. On this other candlestick is just lying on the tail of this candlestick. So we are using this candlestick because this pivot line is lying on the body of this candlestick. Let me give the chart. I think some persons are dropping messages on the chart. Okay. So we get the pivot points of this candlestick. Zero point 8816 plus 0.8801 plus 0.8811 divided by 3. So we have this. So we have a pivot for 1 hour, then we have pivot for 4 hours. So we go to 15 minutes and wait for the market to break above the 4 hour pivots. So we go to 15 minutes. You can see this is what we have here. The candlestick broke. So at this point, at the close of this candlestick, we enter a buy trade. Let me reduce the, so you can see our risk is this is close to 20 pips. Okay.
Okay.
and our take profit should be 30 pips.
27.
So the market, this is just 27, 28 pips. Okay.
Okay.
So since you have 27 pips, you can't just wait for the market to retrace and hit your stop loss. It's either you adjust your stop to break even, okay, or reduce your loss. Like I said, for every you can say for every 20 pips that you make from the market, you will reduce your risk by 10 pips.
Okay.
You get it? So as the market goes in your direction, you adjust your stop. The market goes in your direction, for every 20 pips, you reduce your stop with 10 pips.
Okay. So the question comes, what made you sell the market?
What is it?
So the question comes, what made you sell the market?
For Euro GBP.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to 4 hour. Now, we've already bought at this point, right?
Yes.
Now, at this point, this is your longer time frame. Like I said, most times your zigzag line will not appear on the longer time frame, but it must appear on the medium time frame.
Okay.
Okay? Yes. At this point now, zigzag was not hanging on this candlestick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It was still, the zigzag line was still here. Okay, so now when this candlestick now formed, I now decide, okay, let me use the pivot point of this candlestick. Okay, so when I get the pivot point of this candlestick, now I need to go to my 1 hour and ensure that 1 hour there is a zigzag on 1 hour. So if I go to my 1 hour, you will see there is a zigzag here.
Oh yes.
You can see that I won't just execute the trade. I need to confirm on the medium. Is zigzag line hanging? And since zigzag line is hanging on this medium time frame, I should be looking at selling that pair and not to buy it.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Yes.
Yes.
So now zigzag is here. Now I now go to, because if you look at this formation here now, if you look at this formation here on 1 hour, if I'm using 1 hour as my longer time frame, are you getting me? If I'm using 1 hour as my longer time frame in this case, I will then 15 minutes will be my medium time frame. Then 5 minutes, I'll use 5 minutes to enter the market. If I from this formation here, if I do my calculation, I would have entered the market earlier. But let's use 4 hours. So since this if immediately this candlestick closes, I get the pivot point of that candlestick. Remember, I've gone to confirm on 1 hour. I've gone to confirm on 1 hour that there's a pivot and there's a zigzag line on 1 hour candlestick.
Okay.
Okay, so I get the value, which is 0.8845 plus 0.8819 plus 0.8833. Copy. I got that, so I'll get to 1 hour, which is our medium time frame. And you can see the pivot point of this candlestick is lying on this bullish candlestick, which is close to the candlestick where you have your zigzag line, right?
Okay.
So we have to get the pivot point of this candlestick on 1 hour. Remember, we are looking at selling this pair, so we should look for the strong bullish candlestick where we have a 4 hour pivot point, right?
Okay. Okay.
So we get the pivot point of this 1 hour candlestick. Let's do that. (0.8840) plus 0.8819 plus 0.8836. You see that? So we go to
I
15
see.
minutes and confirm that 15 minutes is trading. Mr. Zaidul, are you still there? So we go to 15 minutes and confirm that the market is trading. So at the close of this candlestick, we enter the market from this point. This is the close of the candlestick, and this candlestick is the candlestick that broke both pivots. So we enter our trade at this point. We set our stop loss at this point. This is just like
20
20.
pips.
Yes, 20 pips. Let's say we use 30 pips. Okay.
Okay.
Let's just use 30 pips for this trade, and we go for like 50 pips. Okay. 30.
Okay.
And we aim for 50 pips from this point. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's this one now is breakout strategy. Breakout.
Breakout. Okay.
What is yes? Max price action breakout strategy. This is
I mean,
breakout.
what you just showed now is very powerful.
Right?
Yes.
So on the longer time frame, you just look at the candlestick. Okay, this is the formation. Okay, let me look at time frame. If there is a zigzag there, then you can take that trade. You know what to do.
Okay.
Okay, let me look for another example. Let me explain. Okay, at this point also, you see this point?
Okay.
Zigzag was not hanging on this. Zigzag was not hanging on this candlestick. The zigzag line was just hanging at this point here.
Okay.
Okay, or probably it came down to this point. It was here, or yes, this is low. Probably it was hanging on this candlestick, but it never came up to this point. So there was no candle, there was no zigzag line on this. So if I'm to take this trade now, I need to go to 1 hour and confirm zigzag is on 1 hour. You can see that.
Oh yes.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Zigzag is on 1 hour. That's saying that, man, something is about to happen. So you just get the pivot points of the 4 hour candlestick. Zero 0.8907 plus 0.8882 plus 0.8895 divide 3. Then we'll go to our 1 hour. Okay, so you can see the 4 hour pivot is lying on this bullish candlestick where we have our zigzag. So we have to use this. Okay?
Okay.
We have to use this and not this one.
Okay.
Yes, you use this place where you have your zigzag, and since the 4 hour pivot is already lying on this body, you use this one. So you get the pivot point. You can still choose to use this, but I think this is the best because this place is telling you that this is a resistance point. So better you use this candlestick. If you still decide you want to use this, the difference between the pivot point of this candlestick and this other candlestick won't be much. Are you getting me? If we decide we want to. Oh yeah, go on with your question.
Yes, I was saying, so you can only use the candles before where the pivot line is, or can you use the candles ahead as well of time?
No. You mean this ahead?
Yeah. Yes.
No, it has to be behind. It has to be behind. Before.
Okay.
Yeah, it has to be before. Don't use ahead. No. That's with before.
Okay.
So let's get the pivot point. 0.8907 plus 0.8886 plus 0.8900. So we have this 1 hour. So we go to 15 minutes and ensure that the market is trading below. So at this point, the market closed below the pivot point. So it's a good entry at this point. We are risking 20 pips on this trade. 20 pips, and we go for not less than 30 pips. Not less than 30 pips. So you see that.
Okay, take your profits and get out of the market.
Get out of the market. Don't be greedy. Take your profits and leave the market.
I have used trailing stop in the past, but it's no good.
It's not good. I prefer manual adjustment.
Yes.
So let's look at more examples using the 4 hour. Let me just show you something.
Is this a seminar recorded? Webinar recorded?
Yes, yes.
I mean, I think this will answer, Mr. Isaac's a lot of questions.
Okay. I will drop the link on the group tomorrow.
Okay.
So let me show you some other things here. I want to show you a breakout.
Okay.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay, let's look at this.
Okay.
Let's look at this. Okay. Zigzag line was hanging on this candlestick.
Okay.
Right? Before it moved to this point, it was hanging on this candlestick. So if we're online, we would have taken this trade. So let's do our calculation and see. So we get the pivot point of this candlestick. 0.8922 plus 0.8892 plus 0.8917. Now we go to 1 hour. Have this on 1 hour, so we have to get the pivot point of this candlestick. So we've studied 1 hour. So we have that. So we go to 15 minutes and ensure that 15 minutes is trading below both lines for us to sell that there.
Okay.
So go back. Remember. Okay. So you see this now.
Okay.
So at this point, we would have taken the trade at the close of this candlestick. stop loss to like 20 pips.
Okay.
You can see that when you execute with 15 minutes, your risk is very low.
Got it.
Yeah, so we say we risk 20 pips. Yeah, we are expecting 30 pips. Okay, the market went in our direction, 26 pips. So if we had used this as our exact on stop loss, this is just like 15 pips, then we should be expecting 25 pips, which the market gave us, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just because we added some more pips, that's why we say, okay, 20 pips. But normally our stop loss is supposed to be at this point. So as the market goes in your direction, you should always think of how to reduce your risk. Okay?
Okay.
That is where a risk management, yes. As the market goes in your favor, you should be thinking of how do I reduce my risk? How do I reduce my risk? That should be what you should be thinking of when the market is already in your direction.
No,
Mr. Rahul, Mr. Zaidu.
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay. You went off before?
No.
Okay, so you've been with us, right?
Yes, I am every time with you.
Okay. So, Mr. Soye, you wanted to ask a question?
Yes, so in order to save your profits, when you see this candle, it's called a hammer, is it best to get out, or should you look out for the breakout strategy, like go on H4 and see if there's a bullish candle?
I don't get your question.
So, your stop loss is 20 and you got only 26 pips on this trade.
Yeah.
And then the market retraced. So is it best to go on the H4 to find out if the market is going to go up?
Yes, you can also go back to 4 hour. Okay.
Okay.
So in this case, since you have a strong bearish candlestick here,
okay,
right? So if the market to break the pivot point of this bearish candlestick, that tells you that the market has changed its direction. So let's do that. Let's get the pivot here.
Okay.
That's a good question. 0.8919 plus 0.2 plus 0.8892. So we have that, then we go to 1 hour. Okay.
Okay.
So this is our 1 hour. We have to get the pivot point of this 1 hour, right?
Okay.
Okay.
So to get the pivot, (0.8911) plus 0.8882 plus 0.8895. So we have that. So if the market trades above these both lines on 15 minutes, you should know that the direction of the market, the trend has changed.
Okay.
So let's go to 15 minutes. So at this point, this is where the market, because of the candlestick, that's where the market goes above both lines. So if you were still in that trade, since you entered at this point,
okay,
your profits, the market would have retraced back. You have like maybe just 10 pips. You get that?
Yes, time to get out.
Yes, time to get out.
Mm-hmm.
You get that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So let's look at more. So since we have plotted what was it called? Our 4-hour and 1 hour chart here. Now, if you look at the 1 hour candlestick, in this case, in the 1 hour chart, there is no zigzag indicator
Okay.
below 1 hour, right?
Okay.
No zigzag. So, but when you go to 15 minutes, there must be a zigzag. Okay, but most times, the medium time frame should have a zigzag line.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, most times it should have a zigzag line. But if it doesn't have a zigzag line, you go to your lower time frame. But most times, it will always have a zigzag line below the medium time frame. But if it doesn't, and you want to take that trade, use your 15 minutes to confirm if there's a zigzag line below at this point.
Okay.
So let's go to 15 minutes. You can see we have a zigzag line here.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yeah.
this will help you define your risk, where you should set your risk.
Okay.
You get it. So
Yes.
you can take that trade. So you set your stop loss at this point, then you buy the pair at this point. Your stop loss is around, let's say, 20 pips, and you aim for like 30 pips. You can see the market went to like 52 pips. Okay. Now, if you want to catch this move, since you are risking 20 pips and you are expecting 30 pips, you can adjust your take. You can decide to go for 50 pips. Now, why should I go for 50 pips? That's the question. I'm supposed to collect 30 pips, but I said, okay, instead of going for 30 pips, I want to go for 50 pips. Now, I will decide to go for 50 pips because I have the longer time frame pivot points plotted on my chart. Okay, I can see on the longer time frame that the market will still buy.
Longer time frame meaning daily time frame or
daily. Yes.
Okay.
Or weekly. Yes. Or weekly. Now let me show you. Let's use this for example. Now let's use daily here. We've used 4 hour. We've used 1 hour and 15 minutes. Let me go back to the 4 hour. So we have 4 hour here. Now let's go back to the daily. Let's go forward to daily. I think, okay, this is the daily, right?
Okay.
Yes.
November, yeah, this is the daily pivot. Now, if you calculate the pivot point of this candlestick before the formation of this candlestick, now the market traded above the pivot of this bullish candlestick. Are you with me?
Yes.
I need to show you guys something. Let's go to 4 hour. Let me remove some of these vertical lines. I'm getting confused. Let me remove them so that we can see. Let's go to 4 hour. Okay. This is at the formation of this candlestick. I go to my daily. Okay, this is what I have on my daily. Excuse me. I need to be sure I'm on the right candle. Okay, this is this. This is 16 to 20, and this is 20 to 24. So it's at the close of this candlestick. I have any information for the daily candlestick. So I go to my daily. Okay, so this is the candlestick. Now I get my pivot point of this candlestick. Pivot point of this candlestick. This is 0.8962. plus 0.8843 plus 0.8893 divide 3. I get the pivot point of that candlestick. Copy. Then so if I'm using the daily as my longer time frame, let's go to 4 hour now. The lines are too much. What's the value here? 0.88886. Okay, this red line is my daily pivot, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Now, this daily pivot now is, you can see we don't have a bearish candlestick here, right?
Okay.
There's no bearish candlestick here. We are looking at buying this pair now. So which candlestick do we use as a pivot? Now this is what I do. Since I've gotten my daily pivots here now, and I've already plotted using the 4 hour, and now the market is trading above the daily pivot point. Okay, when I go to my 1 hour time frame, I have my daily here, and the market is trading above the daily pivot points. That's telling me that it's a bullish direction, and since the market has broken the 4 hour and the 1 hour time frame and the daily, the market is already trading above. That will tell me that the long term trend for this market is bullish. Are you with me?
Yes. So you basically use your old hour 4 and 1 hour pivot lines. You combined it with your daily pivot line in order to carry on the 15-minute trade. Okay.
Yes. You see what I do most times, even I do from weekly. I get the weekly trend. I define the weekly trend. Then I go to daily. I go to 4 hour. I do it down to 1 hour. Then I will enter the market from 15 minutes. Okay, I will enter the market from 15 minutes. Once the market, yes, I will enter the market using 15 minutes and on 4 hour and 1 hour pivot. Okay, then I will now watch out again for the candlestick to trade above the 4 hour and daily pivot. That means if 1 hour candlestick trade above the 4 hour and the daily pivot, that tells me that the trend will still continue. So I wouldn't close my profit. Do you understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't close my trade since daily and 4 hour now is not giving me another setup. 1 hour is not trading above the pivot point, because if I'm to stick to just the daily 4 hour and 1 hour, I would have just entered. I would have just took the trade. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Someone who is trading with 4 hour, if someone who is trading with 4 hour, 1 hour and 15 minutes has already entered the market. Now it is assumed that okay, I'm trading with the daily and 4 hour, 1 hour. So if I had not taken the trade using 4 hour, 1 hour and 15 minutes, now this is my time to enter the market since I'm using daily, 4 hour, 1 hour. Are you getting me?
Okay, so it's basically to better to do your daily and weekly analysis to get a broader picture of the trend.
Yes.
And then go on lower time frame to enter. Okay.
Yes, let your risk be low. If you go with 15 minutes, you can risk 20 and your reward is like 60 pips.
Okay.
When you have a picture of what is happening on the longer time frame, your weekly and your daily chart.
Okay.
So sometimes also you can leave your take profits open.
Okay.
Yeah, but you never leave your stop loss open. You can leave your take profits open.
Never give back.
What is it? Never give back.
Yes.
Yes. So let's look at more examples. Mr. Zaidu,
Yes, yes.
hope you understand what doing here.
Yes, I understand. But when market running above the pivot point, that thing market is going up or down long run. That I understand. That is the problem sometimes. It's candle not crossing the pivot point. That time what I will do?
When the candlestick is not trading above the pivot point or below it, when it's not crossing it, is that your question?
Yes, when a candle not crossing the pivot point, that time we can make counter order.
I don't get your question.
Oh, that is like we are calculating pivot point for selling order, but
Okay.
candle for calculating daily candle, but 1 hour candle not crossing that pivot point, and that 4 hour
Okay.
and daily.
You don't have a setup, then you don't have to place a trade.
Okay, that is.
The
that
market
time
must comply.
Okay.
The market must comply with your setup. If it is not in line with your setup, then you don't have to take a trade.
Oh, that time I don't take it. Okay. That
You don't take a trade.
Yes.
Okay, you must see your setup before you take a trade.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So let's look at more examples. Let's look at this candlestick here. The zigzag line was hanging at this point. Okay?
Okay.
And it is likely it was hanging on this candlestick, but I'm not too sure. Okay? So, if we're online, okay, and we see a formation like this, now like I said, you can decide if you go to, we are using daily now as a longer time, if you go to 4 hours, there should be a zigzag below a candlestick. Let's go to 4 hours and see that. Can you see that? You have a zigzag line here on 4 hours.
Okay.
So it's a good setup. So we go to the daily, we get the pivot point. Now you have a bullish candlestick here. Now you can decide to use this bullish candlestick, okay, to get your pivot point. You can decide to get the pivot point of this bullish candlestick, okay, and you can also decide to use the pivot point of this bearish candlestick.
Okay.
You can decide to use the bearish, because me, I would prefer to use the bearish candlestick, because if you look at this formation here, okay, at what happened in this on this candlestick, you will see that neither the bulls or the bears had the upper hand. Okay, it was like they were dragging the price. Okay, nobody had the upper hand on this candlestick, but here we know that the bears had the upper hand on this candlestick. Okay, so it's good to get the pivot point of this candlestick where we know that the bears dominated the market. It's good we get the pivot point of this candlestick and use it. But if you still use this, it will still get you in the market. But I prefer to use this bearish candlestick because I'm looking at buying this pair.
Okay.
So we get the pivot point of this, and this lines are too much. Let me move them down. So we get the pivot points of this. Please, if you see any information you are not sure, please just screen grab it, post it in the group.
Okay.
please. 0.8929 plus 0.8875 plus 0.8892. For the daily, this is my green color. Okay, that's for daily. So we go to 4 hour and locate a strong bearish candlestick. Okay, so this is a strong bearish candlestick. You guys agree with me that this is the candlestick we'll use on 4 hour? Okay, it has to be before the candlestick where you have your zigzag, and this is the closest candle, not this. This is not the closest. This is the closest. So if I didn't bring the pivot point, the daily pivot point was on the tail of this candlestick, so we would have decided to use this candlestick. Since it will be lying on the body of this candlestick, we would have decided to use this. Hope you guys understand.
Okay.
Okay, so we will use this because the pivot is lying on the body of this candlestick. So let's get the pivot point of that. 0.8916 plus 0.8892 plus 0.8892. So we have that. So wait for 1 hour to break both lines. You see that?
Okay.
So we are entering the market at the break of these 2 lines. So our stop loss, you could decide to use this point as your stop, or you use this as your stops.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see what happened in the market. The market actually went our direction and we won that trade. We get to 50 pips and we go for like 80 or 90 pips. You see that?
Okay.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
So you guys, this system requires a lot of patience. A lot of patience. If you are not patient enough, if you are not patient, you won't make money with this.
Forex.
With this system. Yes, Forex. You can make money. Forex trading requires a lot of patience. The reason many people lose in Forex market is because they are impatient. You might have a good strategy. If you are not patient, you will still lose money. So patience is key in this business. It's very key. Okay?
Okay.
Once you enter a trade, you set your parameters. Go do something else. Get yourself engaged. Do some other things. Because the more you watch the movement in the market, the more tempted you are to close the trade.
Okay.
Yes, you'll be tempted to close the trade if you are watching the market. Most times your emotions will override, you know. And I not be able to handle your emotions when you see the market moving up and down. So sometimes it's good you set your parameters and go do something else.
Okay.
Come back, or once in a while you just check in and see what is happening. Don't sit down and start watching the market. You know, the way this market plays with traders' mind.
Okay.
It has been programmed that way. to scare people, scare traders. That we programmed that way. So,
like your trade here, the Euro British pound, you're up by 747. I mean, I used to use like 0.50, so half a lot in order to earn that much, and then get out of the trade.
I didn't get you.
So you're using 0.01 lot to earn over $7. I used to use like 0.50, so half a lot in order to earn that much and get out of the trade.
0.5.
Yes, so
now
that was
how much do you have in your account?
This is before I joined you.
Okay. So you were taking a high risk.
Yeah, with like a $1,000 account or $2,000 account, but I used to let the trade go.
The question is, how many trades do you open at the same time?
Well,
if
before
you have $1,000 or $2,000 in your account, yes,
okay.
you can risk on you can take the risk of 0.5, but you need to consider your stop loss.
Okay.
You need to consider what's the number of pips, the number of pips that you are using as your stop loss. Those are things you need to consider.
This is one thing in your strategy I've seen, that use smaller lot size, use a stop loss,
yes,
and take profit, and set and forget.
Yes. Then one thing I want to explain to you guys about risk management. Let me explain some things to you guys. If you have a $500 account, you can decide in a day you don't want to risk more than 5% of $500.
Okay.
Okay. Now 5% of $500 is $25.
Okay.
Now if you are taking a trade, and let's say the risk you are taking is on 50 pips on each trade. Okay. Now since you are risking, you've decided you will risk $25, 5% of your account in a day. Now if you have, let's say you want to trade Euro USD, and the risk you are taking is 50 pips. Now if you want to take only Euro USD for that day, okay?
Okay.
Are you with me? If you want to trade Euro USD alone for that day, now if you have 50 pips, that means you will trade 0.25 pips. That should be 0.05, right?
Okay.
0.05 multiply 50 pips will give you $25 risk, right?
Okay.
Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. 0.05, which is 50 cents per pip, times 50 pips will give you the risk of $25.
Okay.
Now, if you want to add some more pairs to Euro USD, let's say you want to trade 3 currency pairs, Euro USD, GBP USD, and USD JPY. Now you have to split the $25 into the 3 pairs.
Okay.
So how do you do that? Let's say each pair, the risk you are taking on each pair is 50 pips. Now, what you need to do is, okay, spread $25 into 3 pairs. That means you'll be risking $88 on each pair.
Okay.
Are you with me? You are risking $88 on each pair. And since on each pair you are taking a risk of 50 pips, that means you'll be trading with 0.03.
Okay.
That's 30 cents per pip. No, I think that's too high. That's too high, because if you are trading with 30 cents per pip, 50 pips will equal $15, right?
Okay.
So you'll be trading with 0.02 maximum. You can't exceed 0.02. Now, if you trade with 0.02, that means you'll be risking $10 on each pair.
Okay.
Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay, that is how to trade. That is how to apply money management. So you need to consider how many pairs do you want to trade, and what is the risk involved in trading these pairs. Before you execute any trade, you know the number of pips that you are risking on each trade. In some cases, the risk on some of the pair will be higher than the other. So you need to know how to split that amount you have decided to risk for that day.
So do you have like a calculator or something to work out how many pips? What lot size to use per pip?
I do this manually. I don't use calculator, but I think they have there's a software online, pip calculator, but I don't use that. I do manual calculation. As you trade, you just know what lot size to use. Okay.
So
because when you like this now, let's assume we want to take this trade now, and I want to risk $10 on this trade. Now, if I calculate first thing I'll do, I'll calculate my pip difference, and I want to risk $10 on this trade. I'll calculate, okay, this is where my stop loss is. This is 50 pips, and I want to risk $10 on this trade. That means I wouldn't trade more than 0.02, which is 0.02 times 50 will give me $10. So first thing I need to know the number of pips that I'm risking, and that will now determine the lot size that I will use.
Okay.
So if I were to take this trade and the risk involved is let's say 70 pips, if I trade with 0.02 lot size, I will be risking $14, and that has exceeded my risk limit.
Okay.
Right? So the best thing I can do is either I will reduce my lot size to 0.01. If I reduce my lot size to 0.01, I will be risking $7.
Okay.
And I think that is better than risking more than you are willing to lose.
Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. So the example you gave, that if you have a $500 account and the risk you want to take per day is $25. Now on that day you lost.
Have
you got
lost
that?
What?
On that day you lose $25, and that was your risk for the day. Does that mean once you've lost that $25, no more trading for that day?
Yes. No more trading for the day. Close your chart.
I see. One of my biggest mistakes two mistakes was I used to watch the charts all day long and revenge trading.
Revenge trading, yes. When I saw your result, I knew you were just over trading. You were controlled by your emotions. You forgot about mass price action, and you were just doing your own thing. You don't need to tell me. When I see your result, I know the problem.
Yes, that's why. When I joined you, I looked at your system, and it's totally different. So basically, I'm like a new person learning how to trade, because I need to forget what I learned in the past.
Yeah, and there's a misconception many traders have about the market. They think forex trading is a venture where you just come and you make money overnight. When you start trading with such mindset, it will influence your trading negatively.
It's like one thing I'm seeing here is you're talking to us, but you're not bothered about your trades.
What do you say?
Like you're talking to us, but you're not looking at your trades.
My trade, yeah. I've already set my stop loss, and I know what to do. Okay.
You're not worried. You're not worried about your trades. That's the thing.
Never.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered.
Yeah. So this is one of my mindset that I need to get this totally clear. Forget what I've learned in the past.
The truth is that it takes time to develop this mindset. It takes time.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, it takes time to develop this mindset. So just be patient. With time, you would. Yeah. So with time.
Okay.
So Mr. Zaidu, do you have any questions?
I have a $500 account, so that is lot size should be, if I want to see trade per day, so who should be lot size for me in this system?
How much do you have in your account? $500?
Yeah, $500.
$500, okay.
Hmm.
And you want to reach 5%. And I want to say something to you guys. It's not a must that you trade all currency pair.
Okay.
You can just choose 3 or 4 pairs. Yeah, it's not a must that you trade. If you are new to trading, I don't think you can handle the emotions that's always involved trading many pairs.
Yeah.
You could get confused. Sometimes you don't know when to get out of the market because you have too many pairs that you are watching. So sometimes as a newbie, you stick to few pairs. Okay? You just select 2 or 3 pairs. And as your account grows, you can add more pairs. Okay?
Okay.
So you can start with just 3 or 4 pairs. You have, okay, the same money you will make trading several pairs is the same money you make trading few pairs.
Okay. Somebody use only one pair.
What do you say?
Some people use only one pair. If the pairs doesn't matter, I always use 3 or 4 pairs.
You know, there's this saying that don't be a master. Jack of all, master of none.
Yeah, jack of all trades, master of none.
Master of none. Yes. Sometimes just one pair. Some traders they just stick to one pair and they are okay. They make money on that pair. They've mastered the pair. They know when to enter the market. They know when to exit the market. They have mastered the pair. And they are okay. Yes. So
and
you say you have $500.
The gold pair is should be. I can use this system gold.
On gold?
Yeah, gold.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You can even use this system on in the stock market. This is price action, not an indicator.
Oh yes, it's not in.
So it's applicable on all markets, even on what's it called, crypto. You can use it for crypto trading. It's just that there's no much fast history, chart. Yes, you can use it. You can use it. But if you're using it on crypto, you use it on a longer time frame. Don't use it on shorter time frame because the market is too volatile.
Okay.
Okay.
Use it on maybe daily and weekly charts.
Okay.
Any more questions?
No.
Okay. Let's end tonight's meeting.
Okay. Thank you very much, Max.
Yes.
Yeah,
Before the week runs out. Okay. As I see you guys' questions, then I need to organize a class for you guys. Okay. Anytime you have questions, because I believe using the chat to explain, to attend to your questions is the best.
Yes.
So at least I'm a very busy person, but at least in a week we can be having 2 meetings. Okay. 2 meetings in a week. Weekly, the weekend meetings will be for analysis only. We analyze the market on Friday or Saturday. Okay, so we get prepared for the new week. We get prepared for the new week. So basically, on weekends we'll just be analyzing the market and get prepared for the next week. Like I said, in a week we'll get like 10 pairs. So out of those 10 pairs, you can decide to choose 5 pairs I want to trade. Okay. Yes, you choose. That's what we'll be doing. We'll select 10 pairs. You all understand max price action, so we all will now select 10 pairs. I will do the analysis. I will explain to you guys. You guys will now say, okay, let's take these pairs. We will now stick to those pairs and we'll trade them for the week.
Okay.
With that, you can be rest assured that we all will be in profit.
Okay.
Because we're seeing the same thing. Okay. This is not the case where someone is trading with harmonic pattern. Someone is trading with this indicator. We all are trading with max price action, so we see the same thing. So we always get it right. Okay, that will help us reduce losses and maximize profits.
Okay.
I really appreciate you guys. I'm really inspired and motivated.
No, thanks a lot for the session. I mean, it answered a lot of questions.
You guys are too much. You guys are too much. Yeah, you're too much. I'm really inspired. So, I wish you guys a wonderful night.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
And a
Thank you.
successful trading week.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye. Take care then. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.